Oh, hello everybody. I know we're a little bit late today, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, I think I forgot to. Oh, goodness. What are you working on today? Let me see. Whoops, that's not what I wanted anyway. What are you guys working on today? I had let me see. No multitasking. I'll tell you a funny story. Squirrel, squirrel. Was at the gym this morning. Today's my day to swim. So I did. And Mike was at the gym, Huggy Bear was at the gym, and I took I go to the locker room, put my stuff in the locker, and I go swim and I come back in and shower and whatever. Have my keys on the top shelf. And one of the other ladies comes in and starts talking to me and asking me questions. So I'm being polite, I'm being nice, I'm getting all of my stuff together, getting ready, and um, all of that kind of stuff. And then I start looking for my keys. I can't find my keys. Now, I'm usually very focused when I put things where I put things. Could not find my keys. Didn't panic, didn't get upset, but sometimes I put my keys in Huggy Bear's little bag, her carrier. So, and I sent her off with Mike, and he came back home to get ready to go to the shop. So I have my phone and I text him. I said, "Did I happen to leave her keys in her bag?" No. And meanwhile, this lady's still chatting with me, and I'm trying to be nice, and I'm talking to her, and all that kind of stuff. And I got my suit on, feeling my pockets. I'm looking back up in the locker. It's not there. It's not in my gym bag. They're not in my shoes. Okay. Next thing is we're going to start tearing everything apart and laying it out and to go through everything little by little because I know they're in there. And then I feel my jacket pocket. There's my keys. The reason I tell you that is we all have so much in our heads and so much going on that there's times when you really just need to pay attention and focus and not look at those squirrels, because those crazy squirrels will distract you, and then you'll be distracted and frustrated because you've lost something, you can't find it. And anyway, I just thought I'd share that. That was a little ha ha. Look at that crazy girl, what she did. So anyway, I delayed getting on our Facebook today because Emilia Scott had an announcement. Yes, cool announcements. And so she had invited all the dealers, and that was from like 1 to 1:30. And I didn't want to miss it because if it was something really, really cool, I wanted to be able to share it with you. And we've done a lot of her things. Let's see, I've gotten, oh, here we go. We did lots, the Amelia Scott, let's see, here was one of them. The Project Trio, we did one, and we did it as a series of, it had the placemats and the all over quilting. This is two, we did that one. Then we went on to the next one that she had was the Edge to Edge Pro, and there's multiple projects in there. And so here's the question or the survey of the day. For those of you who have done this, and even if you haven't, we did it, and we made a scrappy little table runner and did the edge to edge on the center and learned how to calculate, and then around the border. Well, we had talked about, do we want to do another one? So here's my question. So I just ask, are you interested? And if I get enough interest, yeah, I will do another one of these classes. And I know that our sunflowers have been a big hit on this last sunflower table runner of hers that we're doing next week. I think it's next Saturday. And I think I might have one or two of those kits available. It's the last one in the year series that we've done. Although any of them that you like, we do sell the patterns. So we do sell those patterns, and you can, make them. But this is sunflowers. And then, of course, there's a little bit of embroidery in there and the edge to edge or the custom quilting. So this is, she was talking about that. We do sell these books, all of the books we sell in the store, as well as Amalia Scott has, we sell these edge-to-edge designs, and they're all called expansion packs. She's got a beginning book that teaches you how to use them, and then all of the, the edge-to-edge, the designs that are in there. Okay, so where are you leading with this? Oh, I know one thing, and I'll get that sample, is she's got some new products, and one of the new one is zipper pouches. How we all love zipper pouches with monograms, really cool monograms, and that's a pre-order coming to a quilt shop near you very, very soon. Okay, so we've got that coming. And then the other thing that she's doing is she is going back, because with the CVS files, if you took any of those classes, you can enlarge them, because sometimes you get a design, oops, just like one of these. Okay, so we've got a really cute design here. We've got this design and we like it, but we need it in a different size. Okay, you don't have to use tiles or anything like that, although it will work with your clear blue tiles if you're trying to center things. There is a way to resize these to whatever size you need. And this is being done through Dimes Toolshed software, which is a free software. That's who she's worked with and been able to save her designs as what's called a C2S, convert to stitch. That's what it is, C2S, convert to stitch file. And that's the file that Dime uses. So anyway, we did an entire class on that, and that's in the Edge to Edge Pro. So we can certainly go over, and cover it again. But where I'm going with this is and her husband are now, because there are like 20 different regular expansion packs, then there's jumbo expansion packs, and they all have really cool designs on the back, is over time they're going to go back in and save all of these designs as the C2S, the file, so that you can change them, because currently the ones that are in there you can't, because if you try to take them and you want to make them too big or too small, it messes up the stitch length, the stitch size, not just the stitch count. So that's what they were excited about doing. Now, if you already have some of these and you want to be able to convert them, as they get the files converted, you'll be able to have access to those and re-download them at no additional cost. That's pretty darn amazing, because that's a lot of work for them to do that. Hello, Lynn. How are you doing? Hope you're staying warm. So anyway, that was really, really exciting that, for this. So that was the biggest two things, the part of those announcements. So the Edge to Edge Pro and Expansion Pack 1 so far is the first one. That's a Pro Pack. I don't think I have Expansion Pack 1 here, but Expansion Pack 1, they already have those C2S files. So it will be coming over time so that you'll have all of them available. So that's really cool and exciting. Okay, so I wanted to share that. And back to the challenge. I'm not going to take up too much of your time because I got tons of stuff to do today too. Is put this out of the way. Today I just wanted to talk to you and share with you, if I can get this out of my machine. Hang on just a second. You guys don't need to look at all of that stuff. Oh, I did. Okay. Always make sure you eject before you take your USB sticks out of your machine, so that it doesn't have an issue. Yeah, the Edge to Edge, Sandy, I do too. And I'll tell you, in being able to convert using the C2S files, if you can change it in the right format, I have taken some of her files and used them on my long arm. Been able to do that too. So that's all a lesson for another day. But anyway, what your challenge for this month, and I know all of you are going to jump on this. It's not hard. It's not meant to be hard. It's meant to be fun. My challenge is that you create a handmade, ooh, I said that word, but we're all crafters. We're all crafters and sewers and whatever. A handmade Valentine card and send it to someone in the mail. Now, if you want to make a little block and that's your card, that counts. I don't care. If you want to make a mug rug, that's fine. I don't care. But don't you all remember getting Valentines on Valentine's Day and how much fun it was to shop for them? Get just the right ones for all your friends. And sometimes, you had to get them for all the classmates, but sometimes you got special ones for a special friend. Well, that's what we want to do. And then I want you to send it to somebody. I don't care if it's somebody that's close to you or far away or in a nursing home or assisted living or church friend or somebody that's maybe by themselves. And you might be by yourself too, but you'll still make someone else, you'll make them smile. Guaranteed to make them smile. And if nothing else and you can't do it, you don't want to do it, grab a card, write a note in it, a handwritten note, and send it. Okay? Only asking that you do one. I'm going to commit to doing 3 because I already know 3 people that I know it would make their day and let them know that, I'm thinking about them. That's what it is. And happy Valentine's Day, because they're all 3 widows with, no spouses. So I'm gonna do that. Oh, well, now that's a good idea. How do we do it? What do we do? Exactly, Lynn. It is. And you always find somebody else that's in the same position and you can make their day. I know many, many times in my business life, I have written a handwritten note. I have not been good about doing it lately, but I have written a handwritten note. And it doesn't matter if your writing is awful. Get a big felt tip pen because you don't have to write a book. And I have note cards. And I would just say, hey, thinking about you today. Hope you're having a good day. Or bring up a little memory or something and send it to them. And I can't tell you the number of times that person would contact me and said, oh my God, you didn't know how bad I needed it on that day and how good you made me feel, or bring them to tears or whatever. So I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to make anybody cry, but I just want to do it. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is, you have an embroidery machine, you can do it on an embroidery machine. If you've got crayons, pencils, stamps, stamping was a big deal. Crafting, scan and cuts, your Cricuts, your whatever. There are so many ways. I was looking through my scan and cut, the Canvas workspace, and found a couple. Oh, great. I'm going to download it and step you through and show you show it to you so that you're able to do it. So Mike's just texting me. If you were waiting on a weightless quilter or were interested in, and I'm talking about this one back here that I use, the one that clamps onto your table, the tabletop one, very affordable. Those just came back in stock. The Kimberbell binders, if you were looking for a binder, one of Kimberbell binders, I can't show you what it looks like because I had to take mine back to fill an order. And leather and velvet. So if you were waiting for some of those things or interested, leather and velvet are now back in stock at the store. So UPS must have just showed up after I left. So anyway, you can even take a picture in a coloring book. You can scan that. So I'm going to try to help give you some ideas. On Tuesday, while I'm still thinking, because it's back to that squirrel thing. If I see a squirrel, then I'm off, phone call, squirrel, whatever, and I forget. I'm remembering what I need to tell you because I got it here in my hand. Tuesday, we are doing IQ My Design Center Basics, and you're going to be able to create a design. We're going to create a design. Maybe we'll just make the card in class. Yeah, maybe we'll just make it. That class, it's only $25. It's 2 hours. You're going to be doing lots of practicing and lots of working with your IQ or your My Design Center, learning it and doing some basic stuff and practicing so it sticks in your head. And then creating something on your own and putting a picture, posting a picture on Facebook. So you'll kind of have, you know, test, homework, whatever you want to call it, but you post it out there on Facebook. So we're going to be doing that. It's called Love and Hearts because February is American Heart Association month. So anyone that's had heart disease or heart, anything, it's National Embroidery Month. It's Valentine's. It's Sherry's birthday month. Look at all those things. Lynn, it is called, I think it's called IQ My Design Center. It's February 7th. So if you just go to the website and look on the calendar, it'll populate right there on the 7th. But it's well worth it. And if you have specific questions, bring them. We're not going to go into a long all-day class where it's, you get information through a fire hose. But if you've got specific questions and things, we'll put them into more of these little mini sessions. So it's 2 hours, and it will be on Zoom, and it will be recorded, and you will get the recording after the class, just like we always do, downloadable, save it on your computer, and you can keep it for as long as you want. Okay, so I think that's a really good deal. So it's going to be fun. Start out with something kind of simple. So one of the many ways, and I didn't find my papers today, my pattern, but I will look because I know there's a stationery design pack from Anita Good Design, because I have it. And you can make cards, and you can make elaborate cards and stationery. But the one that I've got here at hand, because I used it the other day, is Kimberbell's. And a lot of you may have it. If not, it's one that's retired. So it might even be one that if you can't get your hands on it, you may have to, I don't know if they have it in the vault or whatever, but this is just one of many, many options. We do still carry the watercolor pencils. We do have those. I think they're on sale. But I'm going to stitch out the one that has the hearts. Here we have all the seasons. There's 10 designs, all these different seasons on here. So one of my recipients is going to get the hearts. Each one of these come in 2 sizes. And, oh, maybe there's 2 hearts. Floating hearts. There looks like there's a hot air balloon. I'm going to have to look back on there again. So anyway, and then you can print the background. In fact, I'm going to show you one that I did out of that. This is for a baby shower that I'm going to. And I did not even look. I just stitched out the card, the duck. This is the small one. And we do carry the cards. With this one, and I'm not even coloring it. I think it looks cute just like that. I use variegated threads. Then on the back side, you can cover it with a piece of fabric, or the paper. The printable designs are on that CD. And I did a little slip or sneak. I slipped the paper underneath. So instead of gluing it, I slipped it underneath. So when it stitched that last stitch around there, it's right on. It's all connected together. So anyway, we'll take this one over to the machine. I'm going to take the CD over. But I'm going to show you another one that no matter what machine you have, if you have frames, you can make a card out of frames. Okay, so let's take a look over here. Okay, put this one in. So this is one I actually have saved here. There it is. So if you look at that cute little card. So if you're using the ones from the Kimberbell, it even has the placement line so you can see where to place your card. If you're doing embroidery on a card, you want to slow your machine down. You want to make sure it's not a dense design, okay? But the one that I want to show you how to do is in your frames. Wherever the frames are on your machine, we have frames. You have frames with hearts. And when you touch the hearts, now you have all these other little designs underneath. So I was just playing around, so I just took this one and I set it. So I just have a heart in the middle. Now if you're going to do lettering, you have to be careful, like do the outline, or it has to be light lettering. You don't want anything too many stitches, because if you do too many stitches, it will punch through. You are going to use, I would suggest a sticky tearaway stabilizer for the back, because you can leave that on. You can trim it up as opposed to tearing it, but and sticky, because you don't want to try to hoop your card. But I just took this one and went into edit and made a copy. Okay, so now I have another one, and resized the little one, this one, down to a smaller size. Whoops. And then made another one and took that one and put it up here. Now look at that. We can go in and look. Look how quick and easy that was on the front. Then you could write on it if you want to, or you could leave it alone. Or I thought, you know, I could put a piece of fabric underneath and then trim it, kind of rough cut trim it. So, I mean, there's lots of things that you can do with this, more things that you can do, get elaborately. I did not try to again, with your lettering, you're just going to have to be careful. Now here, maybe you want to do something with lettering with, you know, an outline stitch. Maybe you just want to put their initial in the middle. Look at that. We could even do that. Oops, inside the middle of the heart. We need to move. And, oops, grabbed the wrong one. There we go. So you could just even put an initial in the middle or something like that. And then you open it up on the inside and you write a little note. Easy note. You just write a note in there. Okay, so that's one idea. Come back tomorrow at 1 o'clock and I will show you another way to make a card. Meanwhile, I'm going to be stitching out one today. I'll show you what it looks like. So, we're going to do a couple different things, and we're going to do it with hearts for Valentine's Day. Maybe next month we'll all do shamrocks or something else, but this is just something, a way that we can make somebody smile this month. And I'd love to see the pictures of it. If you've got another, you know, if you paint or you draw or you cut or you craft, or you want to make a quilted heart or anything. It's just all about hearts and Valentine's Day this month. So, and if you are alone, by doing something like Lynn said, for somebody else, it'll help make you feel better too. Okay? So, let's get those hearts started, and I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock.